Lucario stopped in his tracks. He can sense an energy, a presence, on the edge of the forest, one that he'd never sensed in this forest before. He'll have to hurry if he wants to find out which Pokémon it is. Back again, Pokémon fans, and this time, we'll be taking a look at two different Pokémon. Jazwares' line of Pokémon figures have continued to improve. If you're new here, these are Pokémon toy reviews done with a little story. Today we'll be taking a look at Zapdos and Lucario from Jazwares' Pokémon Select line. If you're looking to find out whether these figures are worth it, they absolutely are. You can easily find these two figures at Target. In this video, lovingly entitled Lucario's Luck, we'll take a closer look at both of these figures, and as per usual, there'll be surprises in the story, so make sure and stay tuned to the end. Now, let's get back to our story. It is said that legendary Pokémon will fly across the world simply to enjoy their favorite forests here on Earth. Legends are lifted by the stories that we tell. As long as humankind have been recording history, there were stories of Zapdos visiting this forest in the Sinnoh region. A long trip for peace, but nothing for a legendary Pokémon. This Lucario wasn't about to miss his chance to see one of the legendary Pokémon. Even among Pokémon, it was a rare sighting and something very special. Lucario looked up into the beauty of the trees, searching for any signs of the legendary Pokémon. Nothing yet, but he was sure it was here. Lucario had been walking in another part of the forest. He could sense the energy of a Pokémon from a long ways away. He didn't know which Pokémon it was, but it was stronger and different. It had to be a legendary Pokémon. He couldn't miss his chance. This forest is quiet and peaceful. There it is. Lucario was right. It was a legendary Pokémon. It was Zapdos. It's no wonder Pokémon would visit this place. Zapdos soared through the trees, enjoying the cool of the forest and the light of the sun. Lucario quickly followed after the legendary bird. As excited as Lucario was to see one of the legendary Pokémon, he was confused as well, realizing he was being followed. Zapdos stopped to hover in the trees. He swooped down to see what or who was following him. Lucario stopped. He was amazed by the legendary Pokémon. Zapdos seemed agitated. Lucario was surprised that Zapdos noticed him. He stayed calm, letting Zapdos know he wasn't looking for a battle. He couldn't believe he was face to face with a legendary Pokémon. The two of them just looked at each other, understanding there was no reason for conflict. Zapdos turned as if something was calling him, and continued on his path. Lucario was puzzled. Where is Zapdos going? And what is it doing here? Zapdos was known to only appear during thunderstorms. It was said that the legendary bird got his powers from being struck by lightning. Lucario followed to find out why this legendary bird was here. It was so odd. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. Supposedly, Zapdos lives among thunderclouds and is rarely seen. But there he was, perched in a tree, as if he was waiting for Lucario. Zapdos turned away from Lucario. He hovered in the trees, looking up into the sky. Was there something that he was waiting for? Was it the other legendary Pokémon? Lucario anxiously waited to see what happened next. What was that? Lucario heard it, and so did Zapdos. Zapdos flew forwards. He hovered in the sky, and Lucario followed again, but this time a bit more cautiously. Lucario stopped at the sound of a second roar. Zapdos was in the same place, hovering in the air, but showed no signs of fear. He seemed excited. And then, there it was. The roar was coming from Rayquaza. How strange. Lucario was seeing 2 legendary Pokémon in one day. As Rayquaza rose into the sky, Lucario realized Zapdos was here to see another legendary Pokémon. Just like he wanted to see Zapdos. Rayquaza was a Pokémon that stayed hidden in the Earth's atmosphere for millions of years. But now, it would frequent Earth. What a rare moment for this dragon Pokémon to be seen here in this forest. Rayquaza was surrounded by an energy that seemed to make the forest even more alive. Maybe that's why Zapdos was here. Pleased to have witnessed the legendary Pokémon for himself, Zapdos turned towards Lucario, as if to say, "Remember what you saw here today, and thank you for coming with me." And with that, Zapdos flew away. Back to his thunderclouds, I'm sure. Rayquaza flew away as well. I'm sure she returned back to the Earth's atmosphere. Lucario returned to the forest. What an unexpected adventure. Legends are lifted by the stories that we tell, and the adventures that we have. I wonder what Lucario will do next. Because tomorrow is another day. So there you go, Pokemon fans. Lucario's luck. Hopefully you enjoyed this little story. Please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. For all of you collectors out there, I thought we could take a further look at the figures. The Pokemon Select line has continued to give us great new action figures. With these two being the newest releases, I'm excited to see where the line goes next. For a lot of folks, this is the chance to get your favorite Pokemon fully articulated and really well done. They look great, and to have them in this scale is a lot of fun. Let's take a closer look at Lucario. First of all, as you can see here, each figure comes with a stand, which really helps if you want to put Lucario in a lot of different dynamic poses, which you can do. He has so much articulation. I think as of now, he is the most articulated Pokemon Select figure that we've received so far. Just take a look at those ankles. He looks great too. Everything is very clean on the figure. A minor nitpick is that his little chest is kind of stiff. There were a few poses that I couldn't get him to do. But overall, he's very fluid, and he's very durable. And for kids, I think that's perfect. It would have been really neat if he came with an Aura Sphere, but I don't think that's what this line is about. His tail's on a ball joint, and the stand is really well articulated as well. Overall, Lucario at this price point, and available for everyone, I think it's great. Let's move on to Zapdos, who is also just as fun. So first of all, I love that we're getting the legendary birds released in the correct order. We had Articuno first, and Zapdos second. So the articulation on the bird Pokemon that we've received so far is just so excellent. It's just so much fun to be able to pose his wings this way, or pose its wings this way, or whatever way you please. It'll be fun to complete the trio, with Moltres on the way too. Again, Zapdos looks great. The clarity in the paint applications and the colors are all so clean. His head and neck have such nice articulation. And just look at his beak. It looks great. It's a soft rubber material. But his talons, His talons, his feet, really steal the show. Articuno also had these same feet, but we'll save that review for another time. There are just so many points of articulation. You can actually get him to hold, branch, and balance, which is pretty impressive. One minor nitpick is that my Zapdos has a loose wing, but I may try to fix this myself. Otherwise, Zapdos is another excellent addition to the Pokémon Select figures. The stand really helps too, to get those dynamic, flying poses. Let's do some comparisons with the other Pokémon Select figures. So in terms of scale, Lucario is too big. But, again, I don't think that's what this line is about. I think this line is about having your favorite Pokémon at a scale that's enjoyable and at a price that's affordable, with all the fun articulation and details. It's hard to do that on a smaller figure and keep the price point where it is. It also keeps options open. If you want to buy one figure, then you can just buy your favorite one Pokémon. Or if you want to collect them all, then you can. These are still the first two waves of Pokémon Select, which means in the future, maybe they'll give us fun effects, like lightning effects, or aura sphere, or water effects. The introduction of the Pokémon Select line has opened up more options. The majority of these figures scale really well with the other epic battle figures. Maybe eventually we'll get an Evolution 3-pack, including the Pokémon Select figures. Jazwares gave us a Lucario that is in the correct scale, so this Lucario is like a premium figure. It's nice to have options, especially for kids. Some of them aren't interested in anything articulated. But if Lucario is your favorite figure, then now you have an articulated one, and you have a smaller one that fits with the trainers, like the ones from SH Figure Arts and Figma. Thank you so much for tuning in, Pokemon fans. Hopefully you enjoyed this. This was a little different than the usual video. Big thumbs up to the figures. I know we didn't talk about Rayquaza in this one. I may save Rayquaza for a separate video. And I'd like to do a Lucario comparison video. Anyways, hope you're all doing well, Pokemon fans. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll look forward to seeing you, Lucario, Zapdos, and Rayquaza in the next one.